Hey YouTube, this is Rock60. Today here we have something special. I guess it'll be my first controller review, I guess you can call it. No, I don't have the console controller that doesn't exist, or it's all over the internet but doesn't exist and it's all special and comes with a new console and things like that. No, I don't. And I'm pretty sure Sony's going to announce it either today, whatever you're watching this, September the 7th, or you're watching this later on tonight, whatever time I upload this. Sony's probably going to reveal a new controller anyway, but that's not the point of this video. The point of this video is that I'm showing you guys the controller I've been talking about in 2 videos, which is the DoubleShock wireless controller, which apparently is for the P4, which I don't know what that is. And yes, it's that fake controller I've been telling you guys about, that it's apparently a wired controller. It's not wireless, but apparently it comes in a wireless flavor, I guess, if you can call that. And the description on the backs are kind of funny. These aren't, it just tells like the basic functions of each button, which you don't need to go over if you play with a DualShock 4. But this part is funny. An evolutionary controller for a new era of gaming, the DoubleShock wireless controller features familiar console controls and innovative new additions such as touchpad, light bar, and more. Also, another thing I want to point out is that a USB cable is not included, which it's funny because when I opened up the package, there was this thing. It's weird. They're talking about things that don't exist either, but they're in the package. Kind of weird. They're trying to do like Sony. They're saying things that don't exist, but they put them in the package, you put them in the box and everything, and people are opening them and taking videos of them, but they say they don't exist. Anyway, I'm gonna stop that rant. Here's the controller. As you can see here, looks like a DualShock 4 controller. Turns on like one, but there's a flaw in the shell. As you can see there, a light bar shines through the USB. I don't know what's up with that. Has this random sticker over here. I think most PS4 controllers have that. Not too sure, but there's no label or anything. Besides that, the texture is pretty much the same. It feels cheaper though, and yeah, these are loud. They're loud as hell, and this is loud as hell too. Like, not even gonna lie, these buttons are loud. Like you can't even sneak and play an hour of Battlefield while your wife is sleeping type deal, type loud. Like, if you had the baby sleep in the room with you, you hear a click, baby wakes up and crying type loud. Like, if your neighbors are getting the freak on, they would hear your controller over them making love type loud. That's how loud this controller is. And like, I'm not even pressing down hard either. I'm just, look at that. Anyway, besides that, build quality is not too bad. It's what you expect from a cheaply made controller. But yeah, it's pretty solid. I can squeeze it without breaking it. Okay, I should probably stop doing that because it feels like it's breaking in my hands. But besides that, it has all the usual stuff on it. Share options, all that. No PlayStation button. Logo, no Sony on the right here. I kept this on because I like to keep my stuff new for like a week or 2 or whatever, and then eventually I just peel it back off and like, oh, so brand new, like a new fresh car smell. Like, you finally get to driving your car after you make your first payment and everything. You're like, oh, this is my whip, that type of deal. So I'm gonna keep this one for now. But besides that, I didn't notice when I first turned this controller on, before hooking up to my PS4, I had like a blue, like not blue, but like a purple type light coming from it. I don't know what that was, but once I connected it up, it it corrected itself as far as colors go. And also there's a weird buzzing sound coming from it. I don't know if you can hear that or not over my PS4 running in the background, but there's a buzzing noise coming from it. I'm thinking that's the light bar. It's probably putting out a lot of power just to get this running. And it looks like it turned a different color. Anyway, but yeah, that's the one thing that really bugs me is like the loud buttons. There's no official anything on it. And a weird buzzing noise. It kind of gets worse once you hook it up to like a USB cable, but if you're playing for a while, you're not going to notice that. But anyway, I want to show you guys the official controller. You can see here, all soft buttons. Like, see, I'm barely even touching it. It's still soft. All the same logos and stuff. Also, word of warning, I've been doing some more research, which I'm not going to leave a link below, because then people are going to start like, oh, I can get me a bunch of barcode labels or whatever. But I seen a Chinese manufacturer online. It's like one of those Chinese websites and stuff that actually makes these, so they can actually make you a somewhat official one, which is very bad for, like, you know, Sony and people who are clueless to what the DualShock 4 looks like. Which, if you are by now, then that's scary then, because it's like the PlayStation 4 is like everywhere at this point. But yeah, I seen them like remake this. It looks about the same quality and everything, like same type of label paper and all that stuff. So be aware of that. And so far, yeah, I guess one thing you can tell with the official one is that you hear no buzzing. Your battery should only last for a certain amount of time. The build quality, the shell itself is actually thicker than the knockoff one. The buttons are supposed to click smoothly. You're not supposed to hear loud clicks or anything like that. And no, it's not the excuse like, oh, it's brand new. And no, you're not supposed to hear that. I barely even used that controller, and still it sounds like soft clicking. But yeah, that's barely even touching it. But yeah, and it just turned off on itself. I just noticed that. That's just another complaint that most people I've seen on the internet have with these controllers, is that these turn off randomly during gameplay. After a long time, we're just sitting there, it just turned themselves off. I don't know if that's the future in the DualShock 4 controllers, but mine always stayed on, unless I enabled that or something, but they always stayed on for the most part until I came back. But this just shut off on me while making the video. Yeah, the battery just died. Wow, that was quick. But anyway, I did just get this. I probably should have charged it up a little bit more, but yeah, the battery just died on me during this video. Wow. But yeah, I was playing some Rocket League for a little bit, testing it out, and the rubber motors are very soft, if that makes any sense. Like, they're very light. Like, the weights that they use in them must be like the really cheap kind or something like that, because these, it just feels like someone's tickling you in your hands at the same time when you're like getting shot or something. Like, hee, oh, you're shooting me. Like, you don't want to feel that when you're playing a shooting game. You want to feel like the real loud, you know, you want to make sure, like, oh snap, I'm getting shot at, I better turn around and shoot him in the head type deal, you know. But yeah, here's another controller I have, which is the official one. I just added a bunch of stickers and stuff to it, and I had the 3D printed thumbstick covers on them too, as you can see. Oh, this one's kind of loud too. But then again, I had this one for a while though, so I kind of wore this one down. And it is a little loud. Anyway, but yeah, all the same buttons. Official stuff on it. Oh, my barcode on mine is gone, so that I can't even show that. But yeah, this is the official one. Definitely can tell from the build quality. You can actually squeeze it without breaking it. I just have other controllers here too to just show you that, hey, you know, there are other companies making knockoff controllers. As you can see here with the DualShock 3. I just have my old school PlayStation 1 controllers out for some reason. But yeah, if you guys have any questions about this controller or are curious about like the cost and everything, they cost pretty much the same as a regular controller, like an official one. Best example I can point you to is ZRZ. They're a great channel. They do a lot of PlayStation stuff, tech reviews and stuff like that. I'm a subscriber to their channel, whether they believe it or not. But yeah, I'm one of their subscribers. I like their channel. It's really cool. They show off a lot of stuff I don't know about. And I'm always telling people about their videos, like, hey, check this out. They changed the analog sticks. Or hey, they checked out this console that doesn't exist, but apparently it's real at the same time. That type of stuff. And we all know what I'm talking about. We know. The YouTubers, we know. We've seen the videos. It is real. Anyway, we'll hear about that probably later this month or whenever you see this video. But anyway, yeah, there's the great channel to check out. They did a review on this too. But I believe they have like a white colored model. These also come in black and all the other colors that the DualShock 4 come in. So be aware of that too. They come in all the colors that these come in. Some of them do have the logos on them, which apparently must not have been that hard to reproduce. The controller shells themselves apparently aren't that hard to reproduce because for one on eBay and Amazon you see like the different color shells and stuff like that, chrome shells, chrome buttons, bullet buttons, all that stuff. That's made over in foreign countries. Most of that stuff isn't made in the US. I believe I haven't seen anyone make that in the US, so it's always in the foreign country of some sort. It's not, Sony officially does not provide parts for your controller, so keep that in mind. If you can buy a used controller that's really beat up and just take the parts from that, but if not, you know the risk of buying, like, you know, knockoff parts that's not official. Yeah, but besides that, if you have the money for it, buy the official controller. Do not buy this controller. Yes, you might think, oh, that's a deal, but think about it. There's a lot of deals going on right now. It's like about $45 to $50 for one of these controllers, or buy one off of somebody for like 30 or something like that, 30 to 35, which I think is a good price range. I picked up an extra controller. I have another one of these sitting around here that I picked up for like 35. I was using that for a project and it still works just fine after I used it for the project I was working on. So yeah, that's one thing I would do, is like go to your local whatever mom and pop type game store or whatever and see if they have like a beat up controller or whatever, one with the thumbsticks rubbed off or touchpad is kind of jank, and just buy that for cheap and replace the parts. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend this if you're looking for a replacement controller. I would recommend this if you into PC gaming and you're just like kind of like the feel of the PlayStation 4 controller, but you don't want anything official, say anything logos on all that on it. And you just want something just to work, you know, like a car. Like you just want something just to drive. You don't have to drive a car that looks good, you know, rust free or whatever. You just want a car with an engine and 4 wheels in it. Then this is it. You know, this is good enough for you. I don't know if this works with the PlayStation Vita TV or PlayStation TV, whatever they want to call it at this point. I do know it works with the PlayStation 4, but you first need to charge it first, and you also need to hook it up through the USB first to get it to recognize as a DualShock 4. But yeah, it does shut off after a while if you notice that. But it was on for a while, it didn't shut off, so there's that. But anyway, if you enjoyed my really long drawn out review, Make sure to leave, your comments in the comment section below, and make sure to like this video, thumbs it up, all that fun stuff. Subscribe, share the video. You know the drill by now. Jeez. Peace.